Am I the a-hole for keeping my website up after being asked to remove it? Back in November 2018, I was arrested at work, right in front of my boss and coworkers. It was the most humiliating experience of my life. At the police station, I found out I was being charged with multiple felonies. I had no idea why. Luckily, I kept my wits about me and got a lawyer instead of talking to the detective. For $13,000, which completely wiped out my savings, I hired a criminal defense attorney. But that meant I couldn't afford bail, so I spent 54 days in jail. At a status hearing, my attorney presented video evidence showing me gassing up my car 3 hours away from where the crimes happened. That was all it took. Every charge against me was dropped. But by the time I got out, my life was in pieces. I had lost my job. I was about to be evicted. And worst of all, my son was in the state's care. His mother struggles with addiction, and I haven't spoken to my parents in nearly 15 years. They wouldn't place him with my girlfriend because, in their eyes, she wasn't considered family. Since my release, I've learned that I can't sue the police. No one really cares that I sat in jail for 54 days because a detective did a lazy investigation. I went to the local press, but they told me this kind of thing happens all the time. They took my info, but never followed up. So I decided to tell my own story. I created a website detailing everything that happened. I uploaded the police report and other documents from the case. The only reason I was arrested was because one eyewitness said they saw me. That's it. If the detective had done his job, he would have easily proven I wasn't even in town that day. That's what makes me the most furious. My life was destroyed because one person didn't bother to check the facts. Now, my website is ranking number 2 on Google when people search for my town. It's a tourist town, so traffic has skyrocketed, apparently, to the point that someone high up took notice. I recently received a cease and desist letter. My attorney reviewed it and told me I wasn't breaking any laws. Everything I posted was either factual or my personal opinion, meaning they had no case for defamation. Then, yesterday, 2 officers showed up at my door, along with the detective who arrested me. He actually apologized, saying, "Mistakes happen." Then they asked if I'd take my website down. I told them I'd delete it if the detective resigned and never worked in law enforcement again. Obviously, that's not happening. Honestly, I'm even more furious now. The only reason he apologized was to get me to remove the website. My girlfriend supports me, but my friends think I'm being petty and should just let it go. So, am I the a-hole for keeping my website up?